right. That's Etta Baker's Mint Julep on the mandolin, and of course she composed it on the guitar. And I just did the guitar version on my channel there on YouTube, and I promised to do a mandolin version. So that's me playing it through pretty much note for note, exactly the way I did it on the guitar. I think it sounds really good on the mandolin. There are a couple of little challenges, but they can be overcome pretty easily. I like, any bluesy song that's got a lot of double stops always sounds good on the mandolin. So let's look at this a little bit in detail. First of all, it's in the key of A, and we're going to play out of the, this position A, or really this position A. Okay, this would be the A right here, so I'm going to play it here. All right, so we'll do a double stop here. First of all, we'll start with an E. Just go E, open A, and that's E closed. So E, A, E. So E with the A, E with the G, A, G. Just keep your finger on the E down on the second string, go. And now we're actually in a D7 chord, but there's no reason to finger the entire chord. We're just going to go. Let's see if I can get a little closer to the camera so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And that's nothing more than the A, second string, open A, C, B, A, C, B, A. That's a D7. If you were going to get real technical, let's go. So. Back to E, and then back to the C. And play that open E on this time. And we're going to play the notes of an E7 chord, kind of arpeggiated. Again, that's this shape of a 7 chord, if we're going to do that. But open E to D. And really what you should do here on the second time, she throws in an extra beat. So go. And that's the same, you know, we're going E with A, E with G, but this time it's E with F sharp to open. So you don't have to hit that note if you don't want to. You can play it the same way we did the second time through, but technically that's the way it's supposed to be. And, you know, go for it and see what you like better. All right. And that's those the arpeggiated D7, the arpeggiated E7. And then bend this C. We don't bend notes a lot on the mandolin, and that's a shame because it sounds really good. And the reason bending notes sound especially good on the mandolin is because, you know, you got 2 strings here instead of 1, and when you bend, one of those strings is going to bend just a slight tone higher than the other one. So it can have a very bluesy sound. I use fairly heavy strings, at least medium, and I can do that. So if I was playing really heavy strings, I probably wouldn't try to bend, but if you play medium or light gauge, you should have no problem bending strings. Just get used to. And that's just G, F sharp, F, E, D, E. Nah, don't go to the D. Go. All right, just walk down, walk up, and then you're right back to it. Alright, and then we got this little flourish up the neck, which I'm not really even sure what to call this. It's just like something she did between verses just to kind of break things up a little bit. We're going to go from the A note here on the 3rd string up to the D here on the 12th. Okay, so no, I'm sorry, we go all the way to the F on this one. What is that? That's an E actually. We're going from A to E again. I should have known that. All right, so let's slide from the A up to the E. So let me just clarify that. That's 3rd string, 7th fret, up to 3rd string, 14th fret. So 2nd string, 12th fret, so the A note. So E, D sharp, D, F, A. Do it one more time. All right, second variation, 3rd time through. Instead of going for this A major chord, we're playing an A7 chord, which are essentially the chords we've been playing. We're going to come down one more on the 1st string and play an A6. This is the flat 7, this is the 6. And she slides into there and just goes very easy. Don't get freaked out because it's an A6 chord, and mandolin players don't usually play 6 chords. Like I said, it's nothing more than an A7 with your top note on the G, and now just drop it down to your top note being the F sharp. And then we're back to where we started. And now just slide into that A note. And we're going to finish on the A major, just top note on the A, C sharp, and E. So it's pretty easy. I think it sounds pretty good. And you know, try it a few times. Play it through a few times. Let me know if you got any questions. Email me. Always glad to answer. And be sure to check out the guitar version and make sure you match up your rhythm to it, because it is a fairly rhythmic song. It's a little more of a country instrumental than a blues, so it's a little different than what we've been doing. But I think it sounds great on the mandolin. And yeah, if you come up with your own version, send me a video of it. I'd love to hear what you come up with. So anyway, y'all, have a great week, and I'll talk to you next time.